Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. So let's dive into today's daily challenge on LeetCode and try to solve it together. So we are given an M cross N grid. We need to fill it with 3 colors in such a manner such that no two adjacent grids have the same color. And we need to return the answer mod 1e9 plus 7. So one thing you can first see in this problem is that in order to solve it in a brute force manner, you can write a backtracking solution. So what you can do is that you can try out every cell with all the possible colors and also check that if its previous cell is having the different color or not, then only you can place or not place the color. And in this way, after you reach an endpoint, you just increment answer plus equal to 1. So this is a brute force approach, but you see, since the constant are like 1000, there can be the 5000 cells, and definitely 3 to the power 5000 is not a feasible solution. So that is why it is not possible to do it. But if you see, this is a DP solution, right? You understand that since this is a recursion base, this can be a DP solution, and definitely since one of the constraint is 5, there is a symbol that this can be a bitmask DP type of solution. So let's try to understand how exactly will this work. This is a little bit different kind of bitmask DP with no such DP transition as such, but let's try to see how to approach this question. So yeah, let's just try to start. So what we can do is we say that there are an M cross N grid. Okay, so one of the dimension is given to be 5. Maximum dimension is given to be 5. So we can rotate it in any manner, doesn't matter. So this is a long N, but this is maximum 5. So I am taking this that there can be maximum of 5 possibilities in this. Okay, there can be a maximum of 5 possibilities in this, but the N can go up to 1000. So if you write it in n cross n or n cross m, the answer will be same, doesn't matter. So I am writing in the horizontal way. So if you notice, you can represent 3 colors by 0, 1 or 2. Okay, so let's try to place it. If you let's say you place 0 here, 1 here, 2 here, then again 0 here, then again let's say 2 here. So there can be different such combination of placing. So what you can see is that one possible way to optimize is to represent this whole number by a mask. How can you represent this whole number by a mask? So there are only 3 possibilities. So you can do a base 3 mask, base 3 kind of mask. What does that mean? It means that this will be like, if you want to represent this whole thing, whole mask by a single integer, you can do it. How? You can do 2 into 3 to the power 0. I'm starting from here. You can do 0 into 3 to the power 1. You can do 2 into 3 to the power 2 plus 1 into 3 to the power 3 plus 0 into 3 to the power 4. So whatever you get it, what did you get here? Just I'm calculating. This is 9 into 2, 18, and this is 27. Okay, so you get, this is 20 and 47. So you store a digit 47, that is a mask representing an entire 5 length vector. So in this way you have compressed this 5 into a mask. So this is how, like, if you get a small constraint of like m, you should always start and you also know that this problem can be solved by DP because it is a recursion based problem. So you should start thinking like this, that I can place a mask like this. Okay, and but not all masks will be valid. Suppose I write a mask here 0 1 1 2 2. So this is not valid, right? Because these 2 colors are adjacent to each other and these 2 colors are also adjacent to each other. So there has to be a concept of valid masks. So not all masks are valid, there has to be a concept of valid mask. So once you get the 2 masks, you have an integer a in the first column, the mask a, and the mask b. Now these 2 masks should also be compatible to each other. How we will verify it? You will verify it by traversing in this manner, like these zeros and zeros cannot be close to each other. This has to be different numbers. If they are different numbers, in all the 5 places, if they are different numbers, then only A and B, mask A and mask B are compatible with each other. So there are two concepts here. First, valid masks and compatible masks. Okay. So first let's try to start the coding portion. I will return to the whiteboard again to explain more concepts. Otherwise, it will be difficult to follow. So let's try to start the coding portion. So definitely I know that this is a DP problem and this is a bit mask problem. I have understood how the mask will look like. I have understood how to represent valid masks or valid combinations. So I will try to figure out those. So yeah, let's say I want to find out is valid. I am writing an is valid function which will say whether a mask is valid or not. Okay, I have given a mask and it is valid or not. The size of the mask is m. Okay, so what can you do here? You can try to see that every element is, let's say I keep a previous variable with prev which is -1 initially, and I traverse through this. So how can you traverse through this? You see, suppose you are given 47, you have the mask 47, you want to extract these bits 0, 2, 1. These bits, how can you do? So what you will do is you will do mod 3. If you do mod 3, so from 47 I want to reach this, let's say, then 47 mod 3 whatever will be, it's 2. Okay, so this value will be 2. Then I do 43 divided by 3, whatever answer I get, answer that mod 3 will be this value. Then again I do answer by 3, then whatever this value will be mod 3, then this value. So these bits I can form it in this way. Okay, so what I do is I form a loop of size m, and what I do is I can just form check whether the current element, I have a current element which is nothing but, I told that mask modulo 3. Okay, and mask I am also doing divided equal to 3. Now if previous is equal to current, then return false, right? This is not a valid mask, and you also update the previous, return false, return true. So if never you encounter false, then definitely it means that you have encountered a true. So let us store all the valid masks in a vector. Okay, so we try to get a vector integer valid masks. Let's say valid masks, and this will be 3 to the power 5 ordered. So what will be the limit? If you see, if you try to understand, the limit will be maximum, it will be power of 3 to the power n, m, and this m is definitely small. It is given maximum of 5, so you can just calculate it. So for mask, you are making a mask of all zeros, this is, and this is will go less than limit. So you are trying out all possible masks and seeing which is valid. So if E is valid, if I mask is valid, mask comma m, then what you will do is you will insert this valid masks, you will insert this valid mask dot pushback I. You got a valid mask and you have pushed it comfortably. Okay, so now if you see, uh, now you want to see if two masks A and B are compatible to each other. So you try to see that if two masks A and B are compatible to each other, you have two masks A, B, both of the length is m, and you see that if they can be placed next to each other. So how can you see that? Again modulo 3 you need to check the mod 3 value. So for every mod from for every value, if anywhere a mod 3 A mod 3 is equal to B mod 3, return false, and A divide equal to 3 and B divide equal to 3, this you need to do. And at the end return true. If nothing is false, then definitely it's true. So we have the is compatible function. So what I need to do is that now for every mask I need to do what are all the values I can place. So what I need to do this, I will first place a mask here. I will place all possible masks. So let's try to visualize first clearly, and then only it will make sense. So yeah, let's try to use the eraser. So yeah, view. Okay, so let's try to visualize what exactly we are going to do. We have the compatibility function and valid functions now ready. So what we need to do is I will create this mask. I need to place some masks. They can be valid masks only. Now I need to check that in this is the first, like there can be many such possibilities, right, of all valid masks of the first row. Now after this I need to see that which mask is compatible, how many such masks are compatible. So I can place only those masks which are compatible to each other. So for every mask I need to find all compatible masks. So let's try to code that first. Then only we can try to do some mathematics to do it. Okay. So for every mask, try to find a compatible mask. So let's try to store it in an adjacency list. So adjacency list, for graphs we do that integer comma vector, map of type vector comma integer. So each of integer is mask. So for one mask I will store a vector of all the masks. So whichever mask is compatible, mask 1, mask 2, whichever masks are compatible with this mask, I will store it in this manner. This will be map. Okay. So let's try to create that adjacency list first. So I have a map of integer and vector of integer. Okay, and I have an adjacency list. This is for I can do uh, for auto. I will go through all the valid masks. Let's not try to complicate things up. Just keep it simple. I will just iterate through all the valid masks and say that if is compatible AB is compatible AB and M, we need to also pass the size of the mask. Then what I do, adjacency of A dot pushback B. So in graph we do adjacency of B pushback A also, right? But why did we not do here? Why are we not going to do here? If you try to see, so A and B are analogous to each other, right? They are all the elements of the mask. So if let's say 2 and 5 are two elements of valid mask, then both will be taken in both the iterations. So anyways B, A will be pushed out. We don't want any duplicates. So only one value we push it. So yeah, we have this adjacency list also now ready. Okay, now we are ready to create the DP. Okay, so here like you can call it DP or you may not also, because you are just trying out all the combinations, right? You are not placing any fixed thing. Okay, so till let's say you know that these rows have the value n and it is long, this is up less than 1000. Okay, so for this you know that what can you say, that for each valid mask you can fill the first row. So there is one possibility, there is for all there is one possibility, but whichever are compatible, so you can place it here. Okay, so let's try to find the ith row, since we are thinking of dpi, let's say dpi denote number of ways to reach ith row, number of ways to reach ith row. Okay, so how can you what are the ways you can place here? Not necessarily this mask also you could have placed, which may be compatible with something else. So you are calculating all the possible compatibilities and just trying to add all the values. Okay, so let's try to code it out, and then we will return again and try to understand it deeply. So as I told you, for each there is one possibility, so I can create a dp. I will tell you why I am keeping the dp as map instead of vector. It is a simple 1D array. I'm trying to make it more optimized. You may not, you may keep vector also, there would be no problem. So what I do initially is that I just go through the valid masks and say that they can be placed in the first row. Okay, so I go through all the valid masks. So for auto mask valid mask, and I say that dp of mask is 1, because I, till now I have placed only the first row. Till now I have placed only the first row. Okay, now since I have placed the first row, I need to calculate the rows from I equal to 1 to I equal to n minus 1. Okay, so I go from I equal to 1 to I equal to less than n and try to calculate what will be there. Okay, so once I have this I equal to 1 to I equal to n minus 1, I need to check that I need to update the dp, right? So uh, let's keep another map, updated dp. So why I am not keeping this, you will understand. So for auto, you just go through the mask comma count. You just go through the mask comma count, and in the dp you go through the mask comma count. So what are you doing is that you are storing this to reach this mask. Ways to reach this mask, there is one way. Okay, so suppose you are in the ith column. So you need to see that how many ways can have we reached things before it. Okay, so all the ways we have reached, whatever we have reached, and if those are compatible with this, then add the count. So whatever map comma count, mask comma count we have in the dp, we will store it in the updated dp. But we also need the compatibility thing, right? For auto, we need to check that what are the adjacent elements of mask. So for this particular mask, I am seeing what are the adjacent elements of mask. So I have let's say neighbor mask. Okay, what are the adjacent elements of this what are the adjacent element of this mask? Okay, mm, yeah, we have the adjacent elements. Now all the adjacent elements we will try out for all the adjacent elements. So updated dp equal to updated dp plus the, so this will be updated dp of mask, updated dp of the neighbor. So for all the neighbors, I will increment the count. Okay, and I will do it mod. If you don't understand any portion, please try to visualize it again, and then still if you don't understand, ask me in the comment section. Definitely I will answer. So you do understand, right? Updated dp, and we just do this dp equal to updated dp. So you see, this is no real DP transition, right? There are no actual real DP transitions here. I'm just counting the ways and I'm storing it in the updated value. I'm going through all the possible mask comma count values which I have earlier stored in the map. So as of initially there is only one value. There is only one value. So for each of the value I am seeing that till all the whatever values I have stored for whatever is the neighbor of the current mask, whatever is the neighbor of the current mask, go to all the adjacent neighbors and update the count. Update the count of whichever masks are valid. Okay, update the count of whichever masks are valid and store it in the updated DP. Okay, this is all we need to do. And at the end also, to store the answer, what I can do is I can just go through the DP, right? I can just go through all the elements of the DP, let's say x comma val, and I just need to do is answer equal to answer plus val. So I'm adding all the possibilities. I'm just adding all the possibilities of the DP and returning answer. Okay. So yeah, that's all we need to do. Uh, this compatibility, for every compatibility we check and update the neighbor. We say that this can be a valid neighbor uh, if it is a valid mask and if it is a compatible neighbor, this can be a valid neighbor, and we update the count. Initially all the count as zeros, so initially we have only the first row filled in the DP, and after that we keep on updating the count. So let's say for this iteration, for this value, we can have, let's say, 5 here. Okay, now again when I will go to here, go in some other I, it will traverse through all the mask comma count. It will say that for all the mask comma count, whichever for all the mask comma count, you just keep adding the updated DP if it is a valid neighbor. If you do have a valid neighbor, then compared to the previous one, then just update all the values. Okay, that's all we need to do. So let's try to run it and check if there is any error. uh, so we have x comma val. Okay, I did not place the DP here. So we do have the accepted thing. Try to submit it. So yeah, we have the accepted. This is definitely a difficult problem, not possible if you just haven't done similar bitmask DP to this. So I will try suggest you to just think it again. If you have not understood in the first try, it is quite okay for this, but if you have followed each and every of my word, I think this is going to be easy, not that difficult. But yeah, the pattern you need to know, that this kind of DP does not require any DP state transition. We are counting, and this thing updating this way should be maybe new for you. So yeah, this was definitely a hard problem, and but that's all for this, and I hope your day is going to be really easy. Thank you so much.